Welcome back to the Sharehouse podcast. Another Joel and Mikey bi-weekly check-in. A new little format we're trying. Every second week on a Thursday, we're going to put out an episode with just us.
Yeah.
Mikey's home.
Yeah.
Talking tips, talking fan mail, talking call-outs, talking a whole lot of stuff.
We've got a run sheet.
Oh, don't show them that.
No,
the secret.
Okay,
the secret.
we're going to tell them the things that are on the run sheet.
What about the people who are listening? They can't see you.
Well, then you just spoiled the whole week. They wouldn't have even known.
Well, you're excluding them, and I don't feel good about it.
We give them visual opportunities at every step of the way. Okay, that's on you now.
All right, fine. They're just trying to drive to work, man. They can't watch their phone. That's unsafe.
They're unemployed.
Oh, that's me being insensitive.
Yeah,
I apologize. That's
sorry.
my bad.
Cancel him. Sound off in the comment section. Cancel Joel Harris. Anyways, moving on.
Anyway.
List of things we're going through. Starting off with fan mail. You write into us and we felt bad that we weren't responding to you in a public format. Sure, we respond in the DMs, but we want you to get the praise and love you deserve.
Absolutely. Like, we kind of bank. We get a bunch of guests in on different dates, and it's like, if you send us in a comment, we realized it could be months before we actually, discuss your topic with a guest. And some of the fan mails we're going to read, I think we will discuss with guests, but I think it's important to touch on them sooner rather than later.
Yeah,
so
a little brief something. We just like you and we appreciate the fact that you're actually reaching out to us. It's so lovely.
We want to scratch you on the head and pat you on the back and give you hugs and kisses.
We're not going to touch you.
I
don't think I want to. It's
right,
slippery slope. It's a slippery slope.
I'll do it with consent. But otherwise, I won't touch you either. It's all good.
I'll have legal fill out some forms. Anyways, fan mail, Dylan J, Towel Trauma, the episode that just dropped on Monday. We're going to discuss that one because I thought it'd be fun, like a director's commentary. Kind of just discuss the episode that was, because we don't really debrief that much after the episode. We kind of just edit it up, laugh at it, and then release it.
Yeah, and that was a really fun episode too. First episode on a new set, and Dylan J was really lovely. That was the first time that I personally met Dylan J, and it was really easy
Sweet
good
man.
work. Very
sweet
sweet
man.
boy.
Oh, I can tell the story of how I met Dylan. That's fun.
Yeah.
Call outs. What was that one again?
We're going to call people out to come on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to preach to our heroes and hope that they can hear our tiny little voices.
Another sound off. Who do you want?
Exactly.
Tell us who you want. Also, sorry.
No, go. Please, go in.
Please leave us a 5-star review on Spotify, iTunes, etc. Subscribe on YouTube. We don't do that. And I know we should do it because that's how you get followers and friends and fans and people to listen. But it's just it feels cringy. But I know it's important because we don't have any reviews on Spotify. Arnie Donna, thousands.
And it is important.
They got a Netflix show. We could have had a Netflix show by now if we hadn't seen it for the last couple of months.
Yeah, you may be right. But yeah, to be honest, I didn't even know Spotify reviews were a thing. But I'm that they would be extremely helpful. Yeah. I tried to rate the podcast on my Spotify, but then it told me only listeners can rate the podcast.
You haven't listened to the podcast?
I listen to the podcast with the files we have in the edit. I don't turn it on Spotify, admittedly, which is...
No, by the time it gets to Spotify, because we've gone through it so many times, because the way we work, we're in a 2-man team. I don't know if this is interesting to anybody. Maybe it is. We're a 2-man team. It's just us two. So Joel will wrangle everything together with the audio and the footage, because there's 3 cameras running for a full normal episode, which is a big job. And then Joel will go through and you'll tell the rest of why I'm explaining your job. I don't know why. So
I'll get everything sunk, get everything cut, kind of give a neat little episode package to Mac, who will then go over it with a second pair of eyes and then do all the clips and kind of really bring the life out of the ep.
Yeah. So by the time it comes to your ears and eyes, we've watched it, I reckon, collectively 6 times over. And it's exhausting.
Yeah. 100%.
So by the time it's on Spotify, I understand. I still listen for the first couple, but now I can't stand the sound of my own voice after I've listened to it 6 times.
That is a curse, isn't it? It's oh man, not again. Here we go.
Which is, I think, the saddest part, because when I did Tom and Mikey, the other podcast, because Andy would edit them all together, we'd record once a month, and I'd forget about what I said, and then they'd just appear on Spotify, because Andy would do all the editing. Yeah. So it was always a pleasure to listen back.
Yeah, if only we had that luxury.
Yeah. We'll get there.
But yeah, I mean, by the time that episodes come out, we're already busy editing the new and exciting episodes that are yet to hit your ears.
Hey, no cap, homie.
Very excited about them.
So sorry about that. Let's get into fan mail.
PogChamp.
Which is you. You're a
That's
fan.
you. Thank you for writing in.
Friend, maybe?
We read everything.
Yeah.
We've got them all compiled here.
That's a truth. We do read everything. If you feel like you're getting left to the wayside, we're at such a low amount of followers at the moment that we can actually read everything, which is a lot to our detriment. A lot of the time, it's just people like, oh, shit take. One of the comments the other week, which I still can't shake, was, oh, let's start a podcast, which is just like, you just copy and pasted another TikTok comment section on our one. And then there was like 6 people like, oh, that's funny. No, it wasn't.
You start a podcast, bro.
Yeah,
Show us how it's done.
There's production value into this, and I hate people just bash people for having podcasts. They're fun. I enjoy it. We put effort and energy into it. You're sad. I don't know why. Why do I get?
All right, stop. You're in an incel rant. No, I like to think we have a good premise. And that it's fun and goofy, and we're not just here to talk about our lives. We're here to try and give value to others' lives, and I think that's a worthy mission.
Okay,
for sure.
yes, we just started a podcast. Anyway, you know what?
We are 2 white guys with a podcast. It's true.
Let's talk about Amy, a writer-innerer. I'm not going to say their last name. It's their last name.
Amy, if you want us to drop your last name, leave a comment, and we'll bring it up in the next bi-weekly Joel and Mikey.
We've had a bunch of, we'll maybe read a couple messages, but I want to start with Amy because it's the most recent.
Yeah,
and
was very lovely.
We received it at 1:32 a.m. I don't know if Amy's in a different time zone or not, but it was well thought out and just splendid.
Yeah, do you wanna peruse through it?
I'm happy to peruse.
Yeah,
and maybe you just pause me when you feel the need to interject.
I'll just butt in. It's all good. I don't have fear.
Hello, squad. Huge fan of the pod. I've already listened to all the episodes and keenly awaiting the next upload. I'm very fortunate to not live in a share housing anymore, but I'd actually love to hear your take on a pretty big issue I had at my last one that ultimately had me make the move to single living. I'd been living in the share house of 3 people around my age of 25 years for 4 years when we got a new gal who was 36 years old move in. And her second day of living there, she asked me to shower earlier. For context, I'm not home from work until like 9 or 10 p.m. Her reasoning was the pipes were noisy and she didn't like the noise. I said, look, I'll do my best, but I can't really shower earlier when I'm not home earlier. She took the issue to another housemate who told me I had to be showered by 10 p.m. or I had to wait until the next morning.
He's just crawling through the network and setting up alliances, and that's filthy.
Right? Like a couple, and like the thing is, like it's a couple of days into the share housing. Like they moved in and immediately were calling shots. Tough. But I mean, share housing at that age is also a different story, right? Like we're quite young, we're new to this.
We don't really have jobs. These also, it sounds like it's a working, like everyone is working full time kind of household.
And you've got to they got a good 10, 12 years of experience under their belt on us.
Yeah.
On share house living.
Yeah.
So you're in a different mindset than what we're at.
100%.
Shall I continue?
Yes, please.
I understood her concern, but I don't agree that you can dictate people's personal hygiene routines. It's just part of living in a share house, I always thought. Should I have let it go, as you suggest, for other things, or should I have fought harder and showered at 2 a.m.?
Haha.
Keen for the next step. Thank you for making an oddly specific yet relatable podcast.
Aww.
So sweet.
Thank you, Amy. I really appreciate that message. That's awesome. I have lots of thoughts on this one. Because I don't think Amy's in the wrong at all. We might bring this up with a guest if a guest feels
this is a guest ep for sure.
Yeah. Because I mean, I get that it's hard, especially like I know you've got one bathroom that has the shower, the toilet, the sink. So you really do have to take it in turns and work around another person. But whereas like she's getting home late and the only opportunity to shower is when maybe other people are sleeping, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
If you got to do what you got to do. I sometimes sleep early and housemates come home and they want to shower. It's like if it wakes me up, it like is what it is. They're not playing music in the shower.
Yeah.
They're just using it. It's
and what, 5 minutes?
Yeah.
5 to 8 minute shower.
Exactly.
8 probably on the excessive side.
And like in Amy's situation, if it's consistent, all the housemates can expect it. Like if you can plan for it, maybe you try and like, I don't know,
It's frustrating.
Yeah.
It's hard because there's definitely grey area in this one. Like here, sometimes Lockie will put the washing machine on and I'm just about to go to sleep, but it's starting to end its cycle. But because the washing machine does that big, I don't know what it's called, like big tumble dryer towards the end where it's just like freaking going for it. Feels like it's about to shake the whole house down. that's too aggressive for a 2 a.m. in the morning type deal, right? But a shower, Lockie can shower at any time. I shower at 3 a.m. when I get home from a gig. Lockie's fine for it because even though our pipes are loud, it's a shower. Showers need to happen. And if Amy can't get home before then, that's the situation you're living in. If you don't want to be in that situation, you can't dictate other people in a share house. That's compromising in a share house.
Like you're all individuals under the same roof. You've got to be able to do what you like within reason. And showering is a communal thing that I think can happen at any hour of the day.
Yeah.
So this 36-year-old person who's moved in, it's interesting that she spent 2 days there and then brought it up. It's like I had a bit of a stint where I was on my parents' couch and I would... The first few days, like I would get woken up in the morning because my dad would be doing stuff in the kitchen.
Yeah.
But then after that, like I just kind of got used to the fact that he was going to do that. And I just kind of slept through it after that.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if more of a chance was given here. Maybe this 36-year-old person would have just started to sleep through it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or like taken measures to try and prevent waking up. But like, I just don't think it's fair that she's demanding a curfew on the shower.
No, it's not. It's not. You're grown adults, and that's just the reality of living in a share house. You can't dictate other people's lives like that. They're not your partner. They're not family. They're friends, maybe. This doesn't seem like it yet.
And the fact that there was no room for, like...
Yeah, nothing to budge. There's no give. Yeah,
anyway, this will be a fun one to discuss and possibly fight about in the future. But thank you, Amy.
Thank you, Amy. Something that I haven't wanted to bring up. We've been getting messaged about it for, dare I say, almost a month now.
I think I know what you're getting at. And it's literally since this episode dropped, we've been getting...
I don't want to do it.
I don't want to do it either. We really don't have to. We don't have to let the fans dictate our lives.
We harken back to the Wedgie War.
Featuring Radio Mike.
To which we said that we might trial a Wedgie as... We have a very persistent listener and texter in her by the name of Paul. Yeah, and Paul has been very insistent that we do the Wedgie. It was Paul's initial gripe.
Yeah.
And then it extended not just from Paul being persistent here to a wider community that have all messaged in and have consistently said, do the Wedgie, you have to experience a Wedgie.
100%. I checked the emails right before we hit record and someone had commented on the Wedgie War again, like, when are you guys doing the Wedgie? I'm like...
It's been out a month.
It's out of control.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I don't know, thinking about it, I don't know, Bosch Paul, your gripe is about receiving too many wedgies, and now you want us to do a Wedgie? It sounds like it's compromising your moral values at this point, is it not?
The thing is, by saying no, we're not entertainers. We're just a couple of nerds.
Turn around, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna do the Wedgie, but know this. There is no enjoyment from my end, Joel.
I'm not having fun. I'm not having fun.
I don't want to do this.
I don't want to do this either.
Fucking damn it.
Oh, I did it. Everyone listening, I just did a Wedgie.
You like that?
Oh, that's some good underwear, bro.
You like that?
You got flowers on that underwear? You want to do me now?
Yeah, I'm just going to leave it up the crack.
I think I got step ones on.
You do. All right, here we go. Ready?
All right, I'm ready. Ah! You went far.
Yeah, was that pleasant?
No.
Did you have fun doing that?
No.
Are you happy?
Hey, shake my hand. That was good.
It wasn't good. I'm wearing a G-string right now.
This is...
God, it's tucked up so high.
God.
I'm untucking. Ooh.
Michael, I suggest we never tease the fans again with something like this. They can't dictate our actions and make us do embarrassing things live on air.
That wasn't enjoyable.
You know,
that sucked.
At my 50th birthday, someone's going to bring up a video of me doing this Wedgie and I'm going to be like, oh no.
Yeah, so long trying to get a commercial job at a corporate law firm or something one day.
Just a couple boys doing a couple Wedgies. God damn it.
Okay, well that was fan mail with Joel and Mikey.
One more.
You want to bring another one?
One more.
We need a jingle for this.
I think, yeah, we could do a fan mail jingle.
How about you sing a jingle and I'll produce music over the top of it. Here we go.
Fan mail.
Oh, okay, wait, no, I clapped over it. Sorry, I'm just gonna count you in. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Fan mail. Fan mail with the Sharehouse pod is Joel and Mikey answering fan mail. Sharehouse pod with answering fan mail. Yeah. Where was the music?
Well, no, I'll do it in post-production.
Oh, I thought you were going to do it with your mouth.
The worst part was that, like, I was like, yeah, great, he's gone for a 4-bar. That's easy musical production. And then you went for the 8-bar, and then I was like, yeah, okay, I can still probably do this. And then you went for the 16, and then you went up, and I was like, oh, this chord changes, you bastards. Whatever you're going to end up hearing on this, know that I've put in way too much effort because of Joel's freaking greed.
Hey, you're welcome. I'm just here to please, bro. I'll do 6 more wedgies if you want me to.
You suck. All right, next fan mail.
I've got a lot. This one is from Max Hutchinson. I think your mate.
Yeah.
But I'm bringing this one up because I've received it in many different forms. I'll just read his email verbatim.
Sure.
Good evening, Sharehouse Pod. I'm a big fan of your pod. Thank you for the work. Thanks, man. I am not a big fan of people that leave a stinky wee in the toilet without flushing. Maybe this only pertains to those who grew up in times of drought and never kicked in the if it's yellow, let it mellow habit.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, I believe stinky wee is a common issue. Flush it down. Thank you. Matt Hutchinson.
Yeah, look, as much as I'd like to err on the side of yellow, let it mellow, if your pee's yellow, drink some freaking water.
Drink water. And I also think there is no debate. Like, who is not flushing?
Well, okay. I'm happy to get to this in another episode. But in short, if your wee is white and you've weed in the toilet, I'm happy to let it live.
Oh, my God.
But if you've got stinky yellow wee and you've been chomping on asparagus, that's going to stink out the entire bathroom. And that's not pleasant for the next person that opens up the toilet. So in that case, flush it. I think it's case to case.
All right, we're going to fight on this because I wildly disagree. But yeah, that's fan mail. roll the beat again.
I'm so not excited to make that now. Call outs, baby. We want guests on. It's quite an obvious premise of the show that we already have guests on, but we're going big.
We're shooting for the moon, baby. Actually, we're just shooting upwards. I'm not going to put a ceiling on our development.
Yeah, we could go to Mars.
That's another ceiling that I'm going to break through, brother.
Shout out Elon. So
we want him.
Before we dive into the Dylan J episode, just a quick callback to that episode, the towel trauma.
Yeah.
We spoke very early on in the episode about Guy Sebastian. So I'm going to immediately go with the guest that I want on this podcast is, of course, Guy Sebastian.
You think Guy Sebastian has Sharehouse living advice?
I think back in his Idol days for sure. Yeah, 100%. Before Elevator Love, maybe. Yeah.
See, Mikey has this thing where he will go on and on about the song Elevator Love and force it down everybody's throats. It's a good song.
It's great. Yeah,
I'm not saying it's a bad song.
I think it was the Bohemian Rhapsody of its time.
I would argue that pretty much nobody listening has heard Elevator Love before.
Well, yeah, so the thing is, it's only got a couple 100,000 streams on YouTube. But the best part of that is that nowadays we're in the era where songs are getting billions of streams. Ed Sheeran's top 5 on Spotify in the billions, right? Which makes you feel like you're just a drop in the ocean. You stream that song, doesn't matter. You're not supporting the artist. But when you put on the music video of Guy Sebastian's Elevator Love on YouTube, you're only one in a couple 100,000, and it feels so special.
You're up close and personal with Guy, huh?
Yeah, it just feels like you're in that little minority. It's like, everyone says, I love Battle Scars. Who doesn't? Got Lupe Fiasco in it, sure. But when you really delve into the magic that is Elevator Love, that's all I'm saying.
Thank you.
Who would you call out?
That's your pitch for Guy?
That's my pitch for... I don't think it needs to be rebutted. This is too strong. Who would you pitch?
But why would Guy come on the pod? What can we offer Guy Sebastian?
Guy doesn't have a fan like me. Straight out. He doesn't have a fan that disregards every other piece of current work that he's done and only fixates on Elevator Love. I don't think Guy has a fan that has tried on a couple of occasions now to play Elevator Love within a club.
I call back to the Towel Trauma episode where you said that you made people leave the dance floor by putting Elevator Love on.
No one knows Elevator Love. But I had a great time.
I'm glad.
That's the case.
That's good. All right. Thank you for the call out. Now, my pitch. See, I thought I was going to be the one pitching someone that is wildly uncontactable, wildly unlikely to come on this podcast. But I mean, you've just pitched a Guy Sebastian, so I don't know. I used to consume a lot of Gary Vaynerchuk in my days. Gary Vaynerchuk, if you were listening, I know you were coming to Melbourne on August 3rd to Margaret Court Arena. I know you're going to be in town. We want you on our podcast.
No, we don't.
Hey, what's your gripe with Gary,
He's
bro?
going to come into this house. He's going to try and buy a bunch of our shit and then sell it on eBay. And then he's going to talk to us. And the first thing he's going to say is, how many podcasts are you releasing a week?
That's Mickey Mouse,
And
bro.
we're going to say, oh, yeah, well, one, occasionally two. You need to be releasing 6 podcasts a day, is what Gary's going to say. He's going to tell us we're not working hard enough. He's going to tell us, oh, you got girlfriends? You got a social life? You need to ditch that. Go work your ass off. Grind it out. Invest in crypto. You guys aren't investing in crypto? Oh, you're not going to succeed in anything. And then we're going to leave feeling miserable. And we're going to have that haunting little voice in our head as he's taking every object from our house and it's all up on eBay for $1 million.
I think you misunderstand Mr. Gary Vee. Most of what he preaches is empathy and kindness. And I think you need to employ a lot of empathy and kindness when navigating Sharehouse situations. I think I watched a lot of him... like pre-COVID times. I still kind of dabble in him now, but not as much. But I used to really binge him pre-COVID times.
Yeah.
And it really instilled in me, just have empathy. Just be kind to people. Just try and see things from their perspective. Back then, I feel like I had so many walls up and it would really hinder me from working with people creatively and maintaining relationships with friends and family.
Yeah.
But I really instilled in me, just be kind. Be good.
Took Gary Vee to do that, huh?
Gary Vee told me to do that,
No,
baby.
you know what? That's fair. And I do like that Gary preaches that. And Gary also preaches when you're in your 20s, you shouldn't be fixated on a business and your career. You should be fixated on trying as many different things as possible.
Yeah.
And having fun and traveling and finding a sense of self.
Just high
which I
risk while
appreciate.
you can.
Yeah. He's not all hustle, but he sent me a thing the other day where he was talking to this business that was talking about how they wanted to change the world. And he said, how many reels are you posting a week? And they were like, 1. He's like, how do you expect to change the world with a reel a week? I did appreciate that because some people do need to kick up the ass.
Yeah.
I think we're doing pretty good. I think if Gary came through and we said, we're posting 3 to 4 reels a week plus a video on YouTube, I think that's a pretty good output, right?
Yeah, I reckon he'd have some tips because I feel like we are tapping a niche of Sharehouse living, and I reckon he'd have some pretty good points on how to dive deep on that niche and really send it more.
I think after doing maybe 2 minutes of research online, I think we're the only resource for share housing. There's just realistically isn't that much. There's not even a subreddit for it, like a proper subreddit.
Wow, if someone wants to make a subreddit for us,
That'd be nice.
Subreddit for the Sharehouse pod.
Yeah, let's start a community. I feel like there's a couple of you out there that listen to this podcast, and it'd be nice to grow you. It'd be nice to meet you one day. I remember when I did my live streaming, I had this little core group of humans.
Yeah.
That a couple of them I became such good friends with that I flew up to Sydney to meet them. We had little
did.
hangouts. So I had a group in Melbourne that we hang out with. There was maybe 8 and 8.
Yeah.
And I think altogether in the core group there was about 30.
Yeah.
And it was such a nice 30. And to be a part of that, I had 2 people from that I'm still so proud of. I don't know if they're still dating till today. They dated for a good year and a bit,
Wow.
though. They might still be dating. So shout out to them.
That's
Love them to
wonderful.
bits. It was just so cool. They met through the live stream and then they went on a date. And they just loved each other. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever. Right?
Oh, that's sweet. We could start a Gram channel or something that people can join, and we'll nurture a little.
Oh, yeah, Graham channels. We can do that, can't we?
Yeah, do a little group of humans. That'd be nice.
Oh, reach out. Keep reaching out, you sweethearts. We love you.
Whenever we do a merch drop, you'll be the first to know.
Yeah, we want to exploit you for money's sake. Hey,
Stop.
Hey, you know it's true.
Hey, that's been the Sharehouse. But no, I think we've done well. I think this is what you can expect from a bi-weekly Joel and Mikey experience. Just
Bro,
a
we're not
cute
even
little
done.
check-in.
Are you wrapping up?
Just a cute little check-in.
We're not
And-
done yet.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting
Oh,
there.
you're just midway.
I'm getting there. I'm in the middle of a thing
Are
right
you
now.
in a midway summary?
I am.
respect it.
Thanks
Sorry.
for butting in.
Sorry.
That's all good. I'm just trying to do my thing.
I'm checked
podcasting is new to me. I know you've been doing it your entire adult life, but just give the little guys a chance
Hey, I'm not
sometimes.
saying a word.
All right. We thought at the end of every little bi-weekly stint, we'd send you off with some fun tips. Some fun.
You literally have
some
missed an
fun
entire
tips.
segment here.
What do you mean?
We haven't gone through the towel trauma.
Well, that was up here, and you skipped down to the call-outs. So I'm not going to let you put that on me.
Let's go through the towel trauma, then we'll go to tips. How about that?
Okay. All right. We can do that.
We thought it'd be cute to go through the past episode and just give our thoughts on it. and give you a little bit of like a behind the scenes look into things maybe were said off camera, like things that, I'm not going to expose somebody, but just little like interactions we had.
Yeah.
Just your overall vibe of it. Because you see what we produce and what we put out, but there's a whole other experience behind it.
Yeah, 100%.
And Dylan was an exciting one for us. We were pretty darn keen on Dylan.
Yeah.
I saw Dylan when I was 15 or 16 at Groove in the Moo, and he was playing a set, and it was just an incredible set. And I didn't really think much of Dylan years afterwards. I remember he played this fantastic cover of You Got a Friend in Me. It was a Triple J like version.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Talented artist. And then through a friend, his manager reached out because he wanted me to make a video for him. And he just turned out to be a lovely guy. So I went for it. I said, hey, you want to come on our podcast? We've been playing basketball games together on Monday nights. And I thought you'd love Dylan.
Yeah. Dylan was really great. It was so easy just to meet him and like be friendly with him and converse. It was great. And then funny, I was at home at my parents' home editing up the podcast.
Yeah.
And my sister's on the couch behind me where my computer is.
Yeah.
And my sister's like, "Is that Dylan Joel?" I'm like, yes, it is. How do you know Dylan Joel? And apparently my sister back in the day would follow Rule around.
Yeah,
and Dylan
okay.
J went around supporting Rule's tour.
That's
so there's
cool.
this really old photo of my sister, her friends, Rule, and then Dylan J in the background. And he looks so cute and sweaty and young.
He looks so young. So the episode was about the towel trauma, which is a housemate of his, spoiler alert, would use everybody's towel. Or did he use, specifically one? Or no, he picked the driest.
No, he would pick the driest towel to use.
And
which I think is ridiculous still.
It is. And look, full disclosure with these episodes, sometimes it's nice to play devil's advocate. Even if I fully agree with the gripe, it's nice to play devil's advocate to see both sides of it and to see if there's actually any grounds for the other person that's maybe the perpetrator.
Yeah.
See if they've got any, I don't know, strong grounds to stand on.
Which I feel like we stomped out. And it was funny. It was funny. Teaser for an upcoming episode, we had another guest come in later, Mr. Jack Swan.
Yeah.
And he brought up that he went through a very similar thing where a housemate would just use everybody's towel and thought nothing of it.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you relate to a housemate using everybody's towel, please tell us about it too, because this is just a wild thing that's popped up, but is now... I don't know. It just baffles me.
Yeah.
Like, why would you...
I felt the same, but it was fun to kind of be the devil's avocado there. But that was an interesting one. And Dylan was just so... I don't know, I feel like I'm fangirling over Dylan now.
Please.
It was just very cool. You know when you're in the room with someone that's arguably a lot cooler than you are? And you kind of act a bit too... dissimilar to the way you are.
You accidentally bring up Guy Sebastian straight away.
I remember once I was away with my friend Morning Maxwell at this ski resort, and we're playing...
He'd be a good man to get on. Sorry, go on.
Oh, yeah, Max. He was in New York at the moment. Shout out to Max.
Shout out, Max.
We were in Mount Hotham or something, and we're staying with these snowboarders who were like signed to this company called Black Headwear. And they were throwing a merch launch party that we were DJing at, right? But we were staying with these pro snowboarders. And I don't know if you've ever met a pro snowboarder, but they're just the coolest of cool. They're just inherently cool guys. They don't really care about much. They just talk about cool shit all the time.
Yeah.
And I couldn't help it. And Max had to pull me aside at one point. I couldn't help but try and match it.
Oh, like you were trying to like project upwards to try and meet them because you felt that you at a baseline level wasn't matching them?
I was like, I have no business being here.
Yeah,
and
wow.
knowing full well that just being myself is more than enough. But I rarely lose control of my personality. But I was saying shit like, oh, dude, were you hanging 10 out there? That's freaking gnarly. It was just, I don't know where it came from. I'm still embarrassed till this day.
Yeah.
And Max like pulled me aside. He's like, bro, you got to chill. You've got to chill. You are just trying so hard. I was trying to crack jokes. No one was laughing. I was so embarrassed.
Oh my God.
It was truly awful.
I think I struggle with that nowadays too. I think this podcast is a great episode for me to try and get over that. But,
yeah, okay.
But my self-worth is notoriously atrocious. Like I can look at myself on any given day and be like, I don't do anything.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do anything. I have no skills or talent. Well, like I do plenty.
Dabbling into your self-worth.
No, I know I do plenty, and I am more than enough. But yeah, being around other people who are like, damn, you were so cool. I'm like
high achievers.
Yeah, like what do I have to offer? But it's not even, you don't have to like, yeah, it's such an in my head thing.
Yeah.
It's like at the end of the day, it's fine. And all of you out there, you are enough.
You are, but sometimes you're not when you come face to face with someone that's just like in the upper echelon of cool. I'm sorry, it's true.
But no, I think in the upper echelon of cool, you would rather people just be themselves and try put on a fake.
I agree.
Yeah.
I remember
inflated self. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, I hear you. I remember years ago when I've told you a story a million times, when I was at VidCon that time, and for no reason, I was at like this community radio station. We had quite a successful radio show called Tom and Mikey, and we got invited to the VidCon after party, and I thought, yeah, just be all the media people in a room. Turns out it was the biggest YouTubers, the biggest of the big. We're talking Superwalk was there, the Fairbairn films were there, the Try Guys were there.
Wow.
Scotty Sire and Toddy Smith from David Dobrik's vlogs. Like,
if any of them want to
there.
come on, let us know.
I definitely shat the bed when I interviewed Scotty Sire and did the whole cool thing again. But yeah, so we're there, and there's this guy, there's this Australian guy, and I guess it's a shout out to him. But at one point I was just accidentally hanging around with Lachlan Fairbairn and a bunch of these TikTok guys that are all a lot cooler than I was with mega followings, and I just didn't deserve to be there.
Yeah.
And there's this guy called Alex Hayes, and I don't know what he's famous for. I guess being hot, and he's a surfer, and now he's a DJ and producer. So all those things, very cool professions.
That'll get you there. Yeah.
And again, geeking out in front of these guys. I couldn't string a sentence together.
You're like quoting their videos, hoping that they get back. It's like, damn, they do not want to hear about this.
It was just so embarrassing, man. And I tend to lose it when people are just like comfortably cool, you know? And they just, I don't know.
Yeah, like it's like they're chilling and they're back, but you want to bring them this excited energy.
Yeah.
But it's just totally mismatched. They're just trying to chill.
Yeah.
But it's like, how do you stop the giddiness from like overflowing? You know, it's like when you fall in love, energy. There's just energy bursting from your chest, and you're like, where do I put this? If not, like, just overflow it onto somebody else.
And it's especially the first stages of falling in love. You haven't told the person that you're in love yet. So you're so giddy, but you can't say the thing you want to say. And so then you just got this pent-up energy. So how this translates, when you're in these cool people, you just want to tell them, you're so cool, I wish I was like you. That's all you want to say, but you can't say it.
The butterfly's trying to rip its way out of the cocoon.
Yeah. I remember at one point with these like snow guys, I was like, yeah, I was a radio host of Triple M. I was radio host Triple M, guys. You know Triple M? And it was so embarrassing. I was name dropping shit like that. It was so uncomfortable.
You're like trying to validate yourself to be in their presence.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, shut up.
That's exactly what it was. And I'm still embarrassed. So that's the end of that.
It's all good. It's out in the world now. This is healing.
That's mildly how I felt in front of Dylan. But Dylan's also disarmingly charming.
Yeah.
Or charmingly disarming. Either
It is
way.
also just a very attractive man.
Super.
Like,
and just a kind, attractive. He's just a sweet boy. You meet Dylan J, wildly successful, but you wouldn't know it because he's just so chill.
Yeah. If you haven't listened to the episode, I think it's one of our best. We had so much fun with Dylan, and hey, there's another one on the way.
Oh, yeah. You. Well, now you know you've got the behind the scenes. We bank content. We backlog.
Yeah, get a couple episodes out at least with each guest.
It'd be nice to one day not have to do that. Let's say a studio picked us up and we could go in weekly and do it. I know banking isn't as desirable for the fans and for the people listening.
Yeah, it's just the only viable way to do it at this point.
Yeah.
Because we're very passionate about this thing, and we don't want to just like have it as a thing that comes out in the background. We want to be involved. We want to be there. We want to be on the ground with you.
Yeah.
It's just, it's so hard to do multiple dates in a week. Like, we kind of
100%.
have to bank out of necessity rather than wanting to just backlog, you know?
Yeah, because it's just a two-man team, and we've got jobs that we're maintaining in the real world.
Pay rent for our share houses.
I was talking with a mutual friend of ours in Steph Strings the other day, just about the entertainment industry and how people assume people are making bulk cash from everything.
Yeah, it's just not real.
Not at all. People think because I DJ every weekend. They think I'm rolling in money. When like I just make enough to scrape by with rent and food, like full disclosure. And a lot of people think even people that are touring, for example, have enough to buy a house and shout French drinks and they're just loaded in it. Not the case.
No. I mean, Auntie Donna made that real estate agent sketch because they were so fed up with real estate agents when they were trying to buy a house.
Yeah.
It's hard out there.
Yeah.
I don't know how your country's housing market is, but Australia, I don't actually really know anything, but I've heard it's pretty bad.
Pretty shocking. Yeah. I've got nothing else to continue on the Dylan J front. He's lovely. We've got more episodes coming out. We appreciate him coming on. I'm
Thanks,
excited
Dill.
for the more guests we've got. We've got such a good list coming out to you. We've got some we're filming, not to date this, but we're filming in a couple days.
Saturday, yeah.
Saturday.
Just you wait till you see who we've got coming up. I'm looking forward to showing all of you.
You look like you're saying that and it pains you.
Because I love you.
Why are you squinting? Are you looking in the light?
Nah, I'm looking down the barrel of the lens.
That's nice.
I'm giving my love.
Oh, you don't look at me like that.
Oh, you want me to squint in pain?
I don't know. It's weird.
I think we can wrap up there, dude. We've
man.
gone on for a bit, but no, thank you so much for joining us in this Joel and Mikey bi-weekly stint. How did you find that, Mac?
That was fun. That was fun just hanging out with you. And it's nice openly reading through the people that write in and giving them the time of day because it takes effort, you know? The fact that Amy and Max actually listened to what the email was, wrote it into their mail system and thought about it and sent it off, like that is so kind. And I really appreciate that. And I don't want to be the people that lose time for the people that are writing in. We get Insta DMs all the time. They're kind of weird.
Like all the Wedgie stuff that can now stop.
Yeah, please. You've seen it.
It's done.
I get stuff on my Instagram all the time that's just not a fan mail. It's just more like a, hey, you cute, nice eyelashes. They're real? That's a weird way to start a conversation. I mean, I appreciate
Why
the
do you
compliment.
expect a response, bro? Like maybe start with hello.
Yeah. Anyways, not to diss on people that write in. Appreciate you nonetheless. That's the Sharehouse. That's it.
That's it.
Put it there.
Shaking
Love
hands.
You. We love
you too. Make sure you tell someone that you love them today too.
And if you're a sponsor that wants to give us, I don't know, a couple $1,000 an episode, is that too much to start with?
Nah.
I'd settle on $20. Right in.
You want to? Well, I'll eat a can of Heinz beans every episode if Heinz want to jump in or just something.
Oh,
I've
and
got
to summarize.
a Dalgetty's coffee today. They want to jump in.
Don't give them free sponos. They've even got
sorry.
QR codes. Blur them.
Oh, blur that.
To summarize, message us if you're keen on the Instagram community thing. We'll probably start it anyways. Message us about the people you want to see on this show. And message us your gripes and just any messages are accepted.
Any
except for the
Sharehouse
ones that are weird.
stories, anything you wanna
Facts.
tell us. We want to be an ultimate guide to share housing, and if you have stories to share, please, I want to hear them.
I'm going to squint at them too now. All right, let's just say that the sign out, whatever sign out you're thinking of, I'm going to say one too. I know this is dragged on. This outro is dragged on for like 10 minutes. I'm just going to squint and say something. All right, 3, 2. Don't
Make sure
forget
you
to
wash
eat
your
your
hands
spaghetti.
when you go to the toilet.
I think both of those would link up well. Eat the spaghetti, you wash your hands after the toilet. Respect
Okay.
it. Bye.
Bye.